Ty, with 24 games left, and you guys fighting other team for that sixth seed, do these games become more pressure packed, more fun, more exciting, more challenging? Well, how do you view that?
With the schedule more challenging, but we're up for the challenge, and so it's a tough part of our schedule. Playing a lot of good teams, a lot of games this last month and a half, and we're slowly starting to get healthy. And the guys we acquire, we just gotta continue to get them up to speed. But I like where we're at, and now it's in our hands. So we're in a good spot, we're in a good place, and now we just gotta start building off of it.
How important is it to be a top 16 rather than being a playing team? You've done that before.
Yeah, it's very important for us, to be already solidified, to be in the playoffs instead of having to play in the playing game. But it is what it is. Whatever challenge we have to take, we're going to be up for that challenge. And so whether it's keeping the 16, which we want to do, but if it's 7, 8, 9, whatever, we got to continue to keep fighting to get to the playoffs, and that's our mindset.
Hey, Ty, what has Derek Jones here done this season to be such a consistent force with so many different things in the scoring?
Yeah, he's having a career year in a lot of different departments. Free throw line, 3-point shooting, points, I think minutes. He's been really good for us. A guy who's available every night. He's a great defender, but his 3-point shot, which he works on every single day with Jay Larry, has gotten better. And so just him being a great glue guy, understanding that every night is something different, but he's up for that challenge as well. To do different things for our team to be successful. He's done it for us.
So you mentioned health is Norm back tonight?
No, he's not, but he's getting close.
How challenging has it been with him out of lineup? Obviously, we talk about James, how many things revolve around him, but it does feel like things change a lot when Norm's not out there as well.
I mean, yeah, he missed 24 points a game, and his efficiency, how efficient he's been all season long. His 3-point shooting, I think he's shooting 7 or 8 threes a game at a high clip. And then another guy who can get to the free throw line to stop runs and also get to the basket, get to the paint and make plays. And so, we've been missing that dearly. So, like I said, he's getting close, and we get him back as soon as possible.
If you don't mind, what is getting close entail, considering that you had the All-Star break?
He's getting closer.
what is he doing on the court?
He's getting closer.
What's Bogdanovich?
I don't like the way you asked the question.
Well, he came out of the All-Star break.
Yeah, and he was dealing with it before the All-Star break. It was something he was playing through, and now it was to the point where he needed some treatment, do some things differently. But like I say, he's getting close, and he's been doing the things he needed to do to try to get back on the floor. And so, hopefully, it's sooner than later. Thank you for asking.
What's Bogdanovich provided you so far, and how's he been able to fit in? Is this kind of the role he's already been playing? Is that what you envision for him as you guys move forward?
Yeah, I think another ball handler, another playmaker, guy can run pick and roll, and make plays for other guys. But his shooting ability to be able to come off screens, pin downs, a movement shooter, creates instant movement once he comes in the game for us, and we need that. And so this is kind of the role I envision him in, and he's only going to get better once he gets comfortable, understanding where shots are going to come from, and understanding the offense.
What have you seen from the Lakers defense that over, I think, the last 4 weeks or so, they've improved dramatically on that?
They've been doing a good job of helping each other, and taking that approach of the one man's beat, they're covering for their teammates, and at the expense of leaving some guys open and daring guys to make shots, or guys that don't take a lot of shots, a lot of 3-point shots. They've been daring those guys to make shots, and it's been working, and so. We figured we'll go into that tonight with the same thing. They kind of did that to us in our second game. We played them at home, where they dare guys to make shots and take shots, and so we'll see how it works tonight.
What do you feel like was the best thing from Wednesday in Chicago that you hope to build off of and have a more consistent stretch of going forward?
I like our pace in the second half. I think offensively, how we had to play when Kawhi was out. I think. Before we got Ben, before we got Bogdanovich, we got to play a certain style of basketball to win games. And now I think, our team being pretty much complete once we get Norm back, we can play a different style of basketball. We got to play with more pace, more speed, more force. And then also we got to, do a better job of moving out the basketball. And so we had James and Norm carry a a lot of that burden of scoring the basketball. We just had to do it in different ways to win games and stay afloat. But now we got to start adding and start being a better team. You know, we got to win the movement game. We got to be better with that. And we got a couple guys that are not great movers, so the guys around them got to move a little better.
Ty, you mentioned that you got to install a little bit more of the offense and get the guys up to speed, especially the new guys. How far along do you think they've come in terms of learning the offense that you want to run?
They've been in every day just trying to learn and pick it up, but they play a certain style of basketball. It's a different style. It kind of reminds me of, you know, back in my Cleveland days, you know, we had two different units and they played totally different from each other. And, you know, being the point center, you know, and then Bogdanovich and Amir, Nico, they just play the game and read the game, and they read and react. And so it's a different game that they're playing on the floor. And then so we just got to get better with that. Like I said, we have great passing in that unit. We have good speed. We have shot making ability. And so just, you know, continue to fine tune that second unit and see if we want to play Norm in that unit, Kawhi in that unit going forward. We'll see.
You mentioned the second unit. I want to ask you about that. You know, with Ben, Nico, Amir, and Bogey. Like the Chicago game obviously was great for them. Offense could be like an organism where everyone has to kind of interpret it their own way. But how do you think they can progress going forward in that second unit with what you would need them to do to help kind of buoy what the starting lineup has been able to do so far?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. You know, I think just the way they play basketball, they're playing with pace. They just read the game and react, like I said. And, you know, the pace that they played with in Chicago in the game before that was really good for us. And then our stars that carried over to the second half. We talked about at halftime, like we couldn't let the Chicago get back into their zone every single time. And one time they got back in the zone after a miss, and like I just never seen that before, you know. So we had to play faster, we had to push the tempo, and I thought our guys did a better job in the second half of doing that. And like I said, James was recipient of I think 7 catch-and-shoot threes, the most he's had since he's been a Clipper, and he made 4 or 5 of them. So just taking a lot of pressure off James, you know, because he's been carrying this load for a long time this season, and so hopefully the way we want to play can help him out.
Hey, you touched on obviously not fully healthy with Norman yet, so you can't see everything with the lineup. But what have you liked about Ben as kind of that, you know, backup point guard, offensively, center, defensively?
Yeah, just being able to switch 1 through 5. I think being able to play one of the best players at times, and then he can rebound the basketball. And then when he gets to rebound, that's when our offense is at our best. Like he's pushing the pace, he's advanced passing, we're getting early easy shots, and that's what he brings to our team. And we need that passing, we need that speed, and it's a different dynamic to our team.
Hey Ty, last night Chris Finch was asked about LeBron off the basketball, just in the context of Luka, and you know, especially the starts first quarters and third quarters, and just wondered all your experience with LeBron. What are the things that you think about with him in that kind of a spot, and kind of the pressure that he can put on the defense if he's not out of the initial action like that?
Yeah, just his IQ, just being able to find 8 to 10 points every game, just easy baskets. Whether it's running the floor, sealing a small point guard, or running the floor, getting behind the defense, sealing, getting it over the top, backdoor cuts, offensive rebounds, putbacks. Like he gets 8 to 10 points a game just off understanding how to play the game. And so, he's a different dude, man, and just. He always finds ways to make it work. And no matter who's on his team or what position he has to play, he's always going to fit in and make the right play, make the right read. And it takes some time to get used to a new team, but Dave called me, excited. But like I said, he can play with anybody. He can play the point, he can play the 2, the 3, 4, 5, and his game allows him to fit in with anybody. And so that's why he's one of the greatest.
Thank you.